it looks like you've over 20 years built your expertise. You put all this in a great blueprint and step by step and all that. But there are tons of TV shows on property in the UK. Some of them dedicated to auctions.
I'm a big fan of them.
Yeah, I love watching them as well. So if I just watch them for a few months and take good notes, I would be a kind of auction expert. Would you agree, or is there more to it?
Listen, the TV shows, they're great.
They're great.
I watch them too. They really are entertaining. But you got to realise that they are entertaining. The thing that they don't cover is, the auction TV shows, they start in the auction room, with the bidding process. But I have 6 steps that take you up to the auction room. The work is all in the research. How do you know what property to even bid for?
I agree. The bidding is the last step, correct?
Yes, yes. Inspect it, checking through the legal, all the determining how much to pay for it. This is stuff that has to be done before the auction room. So the TV shows tend to focus on just the auction day, the sale itself, and then they show you what it's like 6 months later. There's all those bits leading up to the auction, and there's all those bits leading up to how you decide what you're going to do with the property to extract that retail value.
Maybe that doesn't make good TV, but this is where you make the money, correct?
That's where you make the money, yes.
So,
yes.
Ranjan, you talked about this 6-step system a few times. I actually got a slide here of that 6-step system. So you devised that out of your own experience over the last 20 years.
Yes.
You tweaked it, you improved it. Okay.
Yes. What I wanted to do is, because I've got an office now, and I've taken on a few people and stuff like that, and we source a lot of properties for our own portfolio and our joint venture partners, and I wanted to systemize my approach to buying at auctions. So the people that work for me can really follow some of these steps, follow some of the checklists, and do some of the tasks without me necessarily doing it all.
Perfect. So it's something that anyone can take and apply.
That was the intention.
So you called those steps: pan for gold, inspect and survey, navigating the legal maze, determining the maximum bid price, arranging finance, and attending the auction and win.
And that's where the TV show
That's
starts.
where the show starts. So there's always a lot of stuff before. Yes. Brilliant. If you don't mind, why don't we delve into any of those steps and see if we can extract a few nuggets that we can share with our viewers today that help them with building their portfolios. Is that good?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So let's start with pan for gold. That sounds pretty important. Yeah, panning for gold. Now let's put you to the test, Ranjan. Here is the catalog. I told you this is my auction catalog, and I actually circled the property here, lot 10. Okay. Now have a quick look at that.
Yeah.
A few seconds. Nothing fancy. It's a 1-bedroom flat.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I went to see it last week. It's a large 1-bedroom flat with, I felt, an unusually large kitchen. And a good-sized bedroom and a kitchen next to it.
It's a 1-bedroom flat?
Yes, correct.
I don't know the area, obviously, but let me just ask you, because I can see some key things that are... obviously, there are ways of doing area analysis and all of that. But I can see some key things from this description here. I noticed it's got a separate kitchen and a separate lounge. How big was the lounge?
About 18 by 22, so good size. Good size.
Okay, and the is it an eat-in kitchen? Was there a table?
Yes,
in there?
yeah. This is what I thought. There was enough
room.
It's big enough space. Yeah.
Okay, so it could, without the kitchen units, could it be a bedroom?
Possibly. But I don't know how you would do that, but yeah, the space would be big enough, definitely.
The other question, I know it sounds a bit odd, but is the kitchen, the floor layout, is the kitchen actually next to the lounge?
Yes, it is, yeah.
So it's just a wall separating? Yeah. Okay. Now this is again, there's loads of these generic strategies that work up and down the country in any situation. What you've got here is the classic 1-bedroom flat with a separate kitchen. Now, what you need to do here is look for the opportunity to put the kitchen in the lounge, to make an open plan kitchen lounge, because people don't mind open plan these days. It's very modern, and if the room size is large enough, it works. And if the kitchen is an eat-in kitchen, then that could easily make a bedroom. And if the old kitchen is in the room next to the lounge, then the plumbing is very easy.
Yeah.
There's no major dramas.
Okay.
So one of the key strategies is look for large lounges, and kitchens, which are eat-in kitchens that you can make into a bedroom, and make sure they are next to each other on the floor plan. That way, you can buy a one-bedroom flat, make it into a two-bedroom flat, make it into a three-bedroom flat, make it into a four-bedroom.
And obviously that means different rental yield, different rental income.
Absolutely.
And okay.
Because people are seeing this property as a one-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
You are seeing it with a little bit of tiny work as a two-bedroom flat. You're seeing it as something different. Now that allows you to get more rent for it.
Which means
allows you to get more value out of it.
So when I go to auction, I'll be able to bid a little bit more maybe than the guy who drops out, because he calculates his yield and says I can't pay more than X.
Exactly.
I know I got 2 rooms instead of 1.
Exactly. And it's all about knowing these
angles,
these loads of different ways.
But this is something that everyone watching can take away. Look for large one-bedroom flats where the kitchen is big enough to eat in, which normally means big enough for bedroom size. Make sure the lounge is right next to it, so you don't have to have any plumbing. That means low cost for converting a 1-bed into 2-bed into 3-bed. Is there any planning issues in something like that, or can I just do it?
Not really. The internal layout.
Layout is fine. Correct.
Yeah,
you're not changing the use.
You're not changing the use. You're not splitting it up into multiple flats. You're not doing extensions. You know, how you use a room in your house is
down to
up to you.
So just in case you've joined us later and just see a little bit of clip, and Ranjan has done this and this, we earlier cut to a clip where he explains that most people see things one way, and if you keep turning your finger clockwise and move it down here, suddenly it spins anti-clockwise. And this is part of what Ranjan is teaching, multiple views or new angles on a standard strategy like this one we just explored. A simple property most people would disregard could be the gold you're looking for. So I just thought, in case you tune in later and you want to know why we're waving our fingers, that's why.